501 Contractor Tips for Contractors by Greg Vandenberg. What do you do if you haven't been in business a long time? You know, you don't have the 20 years in business. You can't tell the homeowners that you have a lot of experience because you've only been working in that business for about 5 years. This could be a problem, and the biggest problem with all of this is, do you actually have the experience or don't you? If you have the experience and you know how to do something, and 2 or 3 years later you realize you made a few mistakes, and now you're correcting this, you've already made mistakes, and this is what inexperience does. You think you know how to do it, you do it, and then later on you realize that you weren't doing it correctly. And how many people have problems like this in their house? So most of the time, customers are looking for people with experience, and it's hard to get around this. But there are also plenty of people out there who, in a general sense of the term, are looking for people to take advantage of. And they're going to be able to take advantage of someone who hasn't been in the business long, who doesn't have the experience, a lot easier than they're going to be able to take advantage of someone who's been in the business a long time and heard all the excuses and stories and cons that there are out there. So if you haven't been in business a long time, let the people know. Tell them, if they ask you, be honest with them. I've only been in business for 5 years, but I'm a hard worker. I can do your job. I've got the skills. Don't let thinking that just because I don't have 10 years in the business that I don't have the experience to do your job. So there are ways that you can sell yourself. You're just going to have to get a little more creative. When I first started out, people didn't even ask me how many years I had in the business because I looked so young. I had a hard time selling myself by my first impression. But I honestly don't know how many places I left, given an estimate to, and before I left, the people would tell me that I was the most informative contractor that had been over to their house. So that always made me feel good. And this happened a lot. So just because you don't have the years behind you doesn't mean that you don't have the knowledge to complete the job. Hopefully. You know, if you don't have the knowledge to complete the job, please don't do the job, because you're just going to create nightmares for the people you're working for. Get the experience and then go get the work. So again, just to recap here, if you're just starting out, don't be intimidated because you don't have the experience. There's other options and there's other ways of selling yourself or presenting yourself to your clients. You're just going to have to get creative here. Visit some of our other websites today for more information about home building, remodeling, construction, and even a little bit of personal development stuff.